In today's topic, we're going to talk about 5 tips for making an offer in a buyer's market. Well, the first thing is, what is a buyer's market? A buyer's market is when there's a lot more homes on the market than there are buyers buying homes. So buyers have a choice of a lot more different properties available on the market. So it's the typical supply and demand. Now, just because it's a buyer's market doesn't mean you don't get pre-qualified. You need to get pre-qualified to make sure the homes you're looking at you can get a loan for. Now remember, depending on what kind of loan you get will depend on where you can buy your house and what type of house you can buy. Now, the second tip is when you're looking for a home as a buyer in a buyer's market, don't think that you have all the time in the world to be looking at properties. Soon as you find a good property at a good price and a good location, you need to go out and look at it as soon as you can, within the first couple days it's on the market, because all the other buyers out there are saying, properties aren't selling, I have all the time in the world to look at that property. It's not true. If you want to put yourself in the best position, you need to go look at that property right away, and if it fits you, you need to make an offer right away. Because your goal is to make an offer on the property to the seller without any of the other buyers making an offer at the same time. You want to be able to make an offer to the buyer under current market value and see if you can get a better deal on the property. If there's other buyer offers on the property, you're not making an offer under current market value, you're making it at current market value. Another tip in a buyer's market is buyers have the ability to post a lot more conditions on their offer. Sellers are willing to take offers from buyers and help them with closing costs, give them money towards closing costs. In a buyer's market in Lehigh Valley, you can get $5,000 pretty much guaranteed from a seller to help you with closing costs. Any more than $5,000 can get a little rough. And I know that depending on the type of loan you get, they allow you to get more than $5,000, but it gets a little bit complicated in appraisals, and we're not going to go into that right now, but it's good for you to know that you can get that $5,000 towards your closing costs. That's a lot of money, so that's good to know. Also, the sellers are working with more conditions. Like having to sell a property. If you're somebody that has to sell your property, they are taking property conditions, home sale conditions. So that's a really good thing. Let's see, what else? If there's another offer on the table in a buyer's market, there's other ways of increasing the likelihood of your offer getting accepted. Yes, it has to do with price. You want to make sure your buyer's agent pulls comps and make sure of the current market value. You're going to want to get as close as possible to the current market value on the property. But there's some other things you can do to make that offer better. You put down as much money as you have as a deposit. If you only put $1,000 down and you have $8,000 in the bank that you can put down, you need to put that $8,000 down, because it's showing the seller that you're not going to get up and walk away. You're securing that, listen, Mr. Seller, if I walk, I lose $8,000. So, it's much better and a higher risk for you, and the seller knows that you're committed to buying this property as long as everything else is followed in the agreement of sale. With the home inspection contingency, have the home inspection contingency, but make sure you make it clear to the seller that no matter what comes up on that home inspection report, but you're going to be willing to negotiate with them and you're not just going to walk. As long as they negotiate with you and talk about the major problem and you can compromise on something, then it's a good deal. But if you can't compromise, you can walk and get your deposit money back. I hope this information was helpful to you, and now you know just a little bit more about making an offer in a buyer's market.